Then we cut to fucking commercial.
Josh was in
And
a
Big
tunnel.
Mac, you mean?
You guys want to shut the fuck up with your noises? Welcome to Podcast 3, Stingy Studios podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us in this very weird episode. I mean, usually weird considering the shit that's going on out there, but not too weird. Along with us, we got Night Says 9 making his podcast debut. It's Mike.
Yo.
We got Lewis.
How's it going, everyone?
We got Josh, aka the Satchmo, and we got my uncle, Slim from above, aka Slim. I'm your host,
Lieutenant Legs,
aka Andy. And,
Lieutenant Legs.
Let's just talk about the elephant in the room, huh? So, fucking COVID-19. You guys want to get this out of the way real quick?
It's a mammal? That thing's a thing?
Yes, we are all in quarantine. Yes, we are all, and I wouldn't say quarantine. We have everybody here has a stay-at-home order, so all of us have been pretty much cooped up. Yeah, Slim is actually in quarantine. We'll get to that. But it's been fucking weird, man. It's been real weird. Shit's
I recently came down with a case of Corona. Luckily, I drank them all this weekend.
You keep that shit up. This will be your last fucking podcast, right?
Well, that ended his career quickly.
Yeah, no, thankfully, I mean, nobody here has been hit, knock on fucking wood. Slim had a scare. We don't know if have you gotten your results back or something?
Not yet, man.
Fuck yeah.
So
we're
wait.
on, what, fucking 3 weeks?
Yep.
It's 3 weeks late.
You're 3 weeks late,
3
dude.
weeks late.
Next thing you know, they're gonna tell you you're 6 months pregnant.
Congratulations, it's a boy.
They're gonna say
Congratulations,
Slim.
it's a boy.
It's a Slim.
It's a Slim.
Yeah, no, it's been fucking weird. However, I mean, this is pretty much the extent of what we'll talk about COVID. This isn't what we're really here to talk about. I think we kind of decided on a theme. We're all kind of horror people, and so this is kind of be a horror-themed podcast. So that's kind of the route we're going. But, I mean, obviously, this shit's happening around us. But you can look to us to be a little bit of a refuge. We won't be really talking about it very much anymore. What we will talk about, however, is how we celebrated Mike's birthday. Mike recently had a birthday, and holy shit. So we were going to play Elder Scrolls online, which we did end up playing the next day, and it was a lot of fun. But the day before, we didn't really know what to do, and so we went on Netflix, and we had like a Netflix watch party, and we watched Tusk.
Oh, yeah.
Before I give my opinion on it, boys, what did you guys think of Tusk?
Love it. Top
Wonderful
10.
movie.
Easily.
Now, what did you really think of Tusk?
Great special effects.
This is PG-13. I can't say things I'm not allowed to.
It's not PG-13. What the fuck? we're one shade below rated X.
It's better than Troll 2?
Gerald too.
Troll.
Troll 2.
Oh, trolls! I heard Gerald. I was like, "Who the fuck's Gerald?"
Geralt from the
Well, I can't agree with that because I've never seen Troll, but it was pretty bad. I don't know. It was weird. It jumped
I
around.
recommend watching that movie with a group of friends. You're gonna watch it by yourself. You might as well just
Don't do
go
it.
play outside.
That is absolutely, that is 100%
Go play in the
true.
COVID.
Either that or get really, really high. And then watch it.
Or really smashed.
Yeah, get fucking blown out of your fucking gourd.
Yes.
Because, yeah, it was an okay movie. There were parts of it that I really enjoyed, but there were large parts of it that I fucking hated.
Yeah.
The walrus
Especially
fight was
the
best.
Yeah, the walrus was the best part.
Spoiler.
yeah.
To be fair, we're gonna spoil it because it was not a great movie. Even for a Netflix movie, you can watch it with your Netflix subscription. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're watching it with a group of friends to shit on.
See, what happened was,
The last switch.
Mr. Tusk.
and then this happened.
Are you doing that on
By the way,
purpose?
you faded away after you distorted your mic?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
That was my thumb on the microphone.
All I know is
I hope.
I'm really, really salty.
I hope that was a thumb on the microphone. 'Cause
Yeah, like literally, once the movie was over, it kind of killed the whole fucking mood. Literally, the movie was
Yeah.
over. We sat here for another 15 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck happened, and then everybody went to bed. It was one of those movies where it literally just sucked the fun out of
it
the
was a
fucking night.
disgusting taste.
Basically, the whole mood was like the shawarma scene from the first Avengers movie. Just.
It's like, it's just there. It's there.
Yeah, it's just tonal whiplash would be the best term that I could use for it. That movie gave me fucking tonal whiplash. Did anybody here actually enjoy the movie?
Fuck no.
Defined enjoy.
I'm not gonna lie. I did
I
not
did.
enjoy it at all. It was very.
I can agree with that.
The last
I
time.
I didn't like it at all.
That's the last time I let Mike choose a
I
movie.
can't say enjoyed. It felt more like some parts kept my interest, but then it lost me. Then it
Yeah.
brought me back.
Yeah,
I can't say like I
it's-
enjoyed it, but it was just like it was more like morbid curiosity.
Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty fair. There were large portions of it where it gripped me, and I was going, "What the fuck is going on?" And then there was a whole scene with the Johnny Depp character that just made me want to hang myself.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So with
Where
the
it's
French
like-
scene, like with the French
Yeah,
music?
we're like that whole fucking scene was so obviously written in the like we got Johnny Depp, we got to give him a long ass scene, and so they did that scene for Johnny Depp, and it didn't fit in with the movie at fucking all. It was just very fucking weird, and
I bet the director and
that
the
was terrible.
I bet the directors and the writers were just like, just fits, just feels right, you know? Done.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, well, it's a Kevin Smith
Yeah,
movie,
it
and the
didn't-
thing is, I like Kevin Smith's movies. But this is a miss. This was a fucking miss for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't pay attention at all to the movie until the old man started mimicking that other guy.
Oh, yeah. Why are you crying? Or whenever they were both yelling at the same time.
You started yelling. I was like, wait, all right, what's going on now? I'm gonna pay attention. Then it
Yelling
started going back
contest.
to girl crying, and I was like, all right, back to what I was doing.
Yelling contest.
Yeah, that was a big part of the movie too. Was I hated all the characters. All of the characters are very. They don't have a lot of
Unlikable.
redeeming qualities. Yeah, they're very unlikable. It's a good word. That's a better word. All the characters are very unlikable. They're all pieces of shit. All right,
Just
let's move on from that fucking trash fire of an abortion.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
hey, stop
Um,
defending the movie, right? It was a horrible choice.
So, I actually,
It's
believe it or
over.
not,
I could be mean to you now.
that is true. He can. It's written in law. One of the things that we did do that I had a lot of fun with is we actually worked on something that. So we didn't have an episode over the month of March. It's because we were working on something. We actually did a Pokemon quiz with the old man. Fucking hilarious. Fucking amazing. No audio for the bitch. So that's why we didn't have an episode in March. And it was very, very fucking discouraging. I gotta tell you, that really took the fucking piss out of my penis.
The
So,
audio like cut out completely or what?
There's like literally zero audio. It's about an hour and a half of just the Xbox dashboard, no sound.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is why I made sure I tested it again this time when we're recording the podcast. I don't know why I didn't test it last time. I always do like a little test video to make sure all the levels are okay and stuff. I didn't do
It's
that
because the
with...
level of excitement that we had was the
Yeah.
fact that Slim was gonna do a Pokemon quiz.
Yeah, with that said, we're not getting rid of... So Slim wants some fabulous prizes, because he actually did really well in the Pokemon quiz. And so I'll say it here, just so that it's out there and we know, because Slim did good. I don't want to take his prizes away from him. So he's getting an autographed picture of Satchmo. He's getting Let's Play in a game of his choosing. And he's getting a lunch. I'm gonna buy him some fucking $5, some of those 99-cent burritos from Taco Bell. I'm gonna throw him at his fucking window.
Yeah.
And he gets to pick. I'm gonna buy him a game, whatever game he wants, once I have money, which isn't right now. But so those prizes are Slim's. He's gonna get all that stuff. However, I don't know.
That'd be a game that we like. Not just me. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a game share, so it's not that big a deal. It'll be a game that we can both enjoy. I know you, and I know the games you like, so. But I don't know if we're gonna refilm that, just because I would have to do it all. I'd have to write 100 new questions, and he did so well that in my brain I want to go harder, and it's just not fair. Because he did so well. So maybe I will do another Pokemon quiz, and we'll call it like the master level quiz, and I'll actually make sure that it works, and I'll ask him some ridiculous fucking questions, and we'll see how he does, because he did good with the beginner's quiz.
Hey, some of those
That's
questions
fine,
you asked in the
War
last
Greymon
one
is a
were
legendary
pretty
Pokemon, remember?
Horrible, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of them were pretty easy. A good
For you guys, yeah.
You gotta remember that War Greymon is a legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'll forget it in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because it doesn't interest me, so like.
It'll take you less than 5 minutes to forget.
5 minutes later. What?
I don't know. However,
Or should you?
back to what we actually talk about here in this podcast, which is horror related things. So yesterday I was talking to you guys, and I said to think of some of the paranormal
Ghost stories
things that have happened in your life.
Faced.
You could throw all of that shit away. I'm not doing that.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I had another idea.
Clean slate.
What did he say?
So I was actually on YouTube
Pretty much
yesterday.
Cut
I was
out.
watching-
Here.
Yeah. Just fuck all that
listen to
nonsense.
that.
We're talking about
Yeah,
damn it.
like paranormal experiences. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
yeah. Fuck that. We're talking about mythical creatures. Mythical creatures. I don't think I've ever talked to you guys about that. See, here's the thing that I was thinking. I've heard your stories, and this podcast is mostly for us. So I've heard a lot of the ghost stories that we're gonna tell between each other. I'm sure you guys have heard my ghost stories a fucking million times. One thing I don't know is what you guys think about fucking Bigfoot's cock, and that's what we're gonna talk about. Not Bigfoot's cock. We're gonna talk about mythical creatures.
Okay.
So I actually brought it up on the computer, so I have it here.
So I was
and
about to bring
I'll
my
go
notes
through.
up, but okay. Forget it.
So I could try and like. First and foremost, I want to know if we'll go over some mythical creatures. You guys tell me whether you think they're real or not. And so, like, for example, I have a list here. The first mythical creature on this list is probably my personal favorite, not because it's fucking scary, but because I just imagine it to be fucking adorable. The Loch Ness monster.
How did I
So-
know this?
Yeah, because the Loch
I know you were gonna go with Nessie first.
The Loch Ness monster, the Loch Ness monster is the fucking dopest mythological creature. Fuck all of you. You know that guy, that meme where it's that guy and he's sitting with the sign. It says, convince me otherwise.
No.
That fucking meme.
Yeah.
I'm that guy there, and it's the Loch Ness monster is the dopest mythical creature. Debate me.
Change my mic.
But the important thing is,
You don't have
does
to be
anybody
upbeat about it,
actually,
right?
does anybody actually think that the Loch Ness monster is real?
Yes.
No.
Debatable.
I believe so.
There's so many rumors about that it might be just an overly sized large sturgeon.
Maybe. I'm looking at a picture right now.
Sturgeons
I
have
gotta
long
tell
necks.
It looks like a fucking.
Do
conch.
sturgeons have necks at all?
It's just a long ass fucking fish. A sturgeon's a
Dicks?
big ass fish.
It's a
Sure, yeah, sturgeon
big
dicks.
ass. But do
Sturgeon
fish have
dicks.
necks?
Gyarados, he's all neck.
That's it.
But is he a fish?
Yes.
Fish sticks?
So he's
You like
considered
him?
a fish. Okay.
Yeah, I think Loch Ness Monster is tough because, I mean,
It's tough enough.
all the pictures of Loch are pretty fucking shitty. They're all in like shadow and they all look like garbage. I don't think Loch Ness Monster's real. To be fair, I'm gonna be saying that about a lot of these fucking mythological creatures, but I don't think Loch Ness is real. However, as
Slim's
far
mythical.
as like my favorite creatures, Loch Ness Monster is definitely one of them. Slim is at the bottom of the list of my favorite mythical creatures. He is a shitbag, and
He knows it.
But I'm real.
But I'm real. Not with that tone of voice.
Debatable.
But that hasn't been proven in court.
so number 12 on this list, it's showing me the Yeti and the Abominable Snowman, which is fucking funny because when I think of the Yeti and the Abominable Snowman, I immediately think
That's
of
the same
Bigfoot.
thing.
Yeah, pretty much, but that's why they're together.
But they're technically snow entities, right? Not
I guess
wilderness
they're like Snowfoot. They're like Snow Bigfoot.
And one sells beef jerky.
Yeah,
That'll be
that's Bigfoot, jackass. The
Sasquatch.
Yeti and the Abominable Snowman are they're like ice monkeys or ice Bigfoots. Completely different.
Ice Bigfoots. Yeah.
It's like a polar
Clearly.
bear and a grizzly bear. Two different things.
No, they're still bears.
Colors.
Well, I mean,
Well, they may be considered bears, but
They're in
yeah.
the bear
Bears.
family, but they're completely different.
yeah, sure,
It's a
whatever.
boulder.
I don't believe. I think they're fucking the same thing. But I don't really know jack shit about the Yeti and the Abominable Snowman. In my brain, they're the same as Bigfoot. And just like fucking Bigfoot, I don't believe jack shit. I don't believe Yeti or the Abominable Snowman is real.
Well, there's no pictures of them, are there?
Well, the picture I'm looking at, it says, I'll read it verbatim from this. It's popularmechanics.com. So I'm sure this is a reputable site. It says a small
Popular
Nepalese...
Mechanics.com.
Oh my
Yeah.
lord.
It says a small Nepalese village claimed to have a Yeti scalp, pictured here, that's over 300 years old. An analysis, however, showed that the scalp had actually been made out of animal hide, but locals still treat it like a treasure nonetheless.
Okay.
So-
That's it, huh?
So they're basically just
That's your proof. Here's a scalp. It's made of not Yeti, but we treat it like it is.
so.
I mean,
for all
I'm
we know,
sure there's
go-
proof out there. Yeah. I mean, just because these people are fucking liars doesn't mean that it's. I just shit all over this Nepalese village. No, just because it's not, just because they're fucking faking doesn't mean that that's the best evidence we have. I'm sure there's evidence out there. I'm just going by what this website's telling me. However, I mean, I don't know much about it, and I know personally that I don't think it's a real thing. And then I guess just talking about scare factor too, going back to Loch Ness, I don't find Loch Ness scary at all. I think fucking Loch Ness is adorable. And scare factor for Yeti and Abominable Snowman, there's no fucking snow here. And if there was, it's like 15 minutes of it. So I am not afraid of the Yeti or the Abominable
15
Snowman.
minutes
For
of it?
shit. The Yeti and the
15
Abominable
minutes and it
Snowman are
doesn't
not
even stick.
scary. Yeah, it doesn't stick for shit. Well, sometimes it does, but I mean, it doesn't.
But it's like half an inch.
Only on the east
Yeah.
side. Northeast where it sticks, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, the fancy. The
It's
fancy
horrible
bird
if it's a
that you're talking
Yeti from Mummy 3.
From Homie
Horrible
3?
CGI. Mummy 3.
Oh, I heard Homie 3 has a got on.
They had CGI Yetis in that movie.
I've seen Mummy 3, but I don't know what you're talking
about? I don't.
Are you talking about the remake?
Did I watch
Yeah, that's the one with Jet
Mummy
Li.
3?
The one oh yeah.
Tom Cruise?
And you're
I
counting it
don't
as
know.
Mummy
No,
3?
that's Mummy 1. That was the first one.
No,
The
was
Mummy
it?
3. Well, shut. I'm fucking agreeing with you. Shut up. It was
Oh, you're
the
thinking
one with
about
Tom
the
Cruise.
Emperor.
It was a reboot. The one you're talking about is still at
Yeah,
Brendan
The
Fraser.
remake.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the one with Jet Li in it.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
What?
The Dragon Emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, before we go down this dark road of talking about fucking mummy movies, because this old man wants to bring up Brendan
No.
Fraser,
Yeti. They have Yetis in that movie.
I don't give a shit if they have fucking Dwayne the Rock Johnson's cock in it. All right, we're not talking about the mummy. I refuse.
No,
Wasn't that
Yeti.
its own movie by itself?
I don't give a shit. I don't care. We're talking about Bigfoot now. Number 11, Bigfoot. Now this is the one that sells beef jerky.
Harry.
It sells beef. Oh yeah, Sasquatch. yeah.
Yeah, this is. So Bigfoot is probably the one that's been fucking photographed the most because of that famous film. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know the one. I mean, I'm sure you do. The popular film that has him and he's walking and he kind of turns to the camera and he's like, "What's up, pussy?" and he fucking walks away.
Yeah.
That's like the definitive Bigfoot evidence, even though
I
it's
don't know
been
why
proven
my head said
over
definitive
and over
edition.
and over. It's the definitive edition of fucking Bigfoot. Even though that it's been proven that you could easily doctor that, you could easily just put a guy in a Bigfoot costume and have him do the same thing over and over again. That's
Debatable.
Yeah.
that's their evidence. What do you guys think? Bigfoot? You in or out?
I think he's just a guy with big feet.
So slim.
Can't be really.
No,
his
I
foot.
don't think so.
His foot ain't that big.
That's the only
you know.
proof they have, plus plaster footprints.
Yeah, which again can easily be doctored. You can easily.
But those
fake
can,
those.
those can be falsified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Bigfoot's real. Agreed. Scare factor. What do you guys think? You guys scared of Bigfoot? You guys afraid he's gonna come in here and titty fuck you?
Nah, I think of
Well,
Harry.
supposedly he lives in the forest and we live in a desert, so no.
I've known hairier people.
you are hairier people.
Yeah.
He's his own breed.
You give it competition.
Okay, number 10, vampires. Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Buffy. No, I don't think so.
Mythical creatures.
No.
I'm looking at fucking Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad.
Which is just a
Bad.
story.
But he was actually
about
a
some
person.
fucking monster that like to
Did
torture
you say
people.
person
and
or
kill.
a horseman?
Person.
He was an actual
Oh,
person
don't-
who.
I heard
He
a
was
horse
just
and
an
I was
actual
like,
person, and he would impale
A
people
horse.
after he would
Mhm.
impale them.
No, really? I had no idea. Vlad the Impaler impaled people? Holy shit, you're fucking blowing my mind.
Oh no!
With fucking sarcasm.
Give it away.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
might
think
not know. Where
vampires
he impaled them.
on his cock.
Is this facts?
This is the cock episode.
It's be a lot of cack.
Yeah, I don't think vampires are real. And if you think vampires are real, somebody should fucking take you out back behind the chemical sheds.
Titty fuck you.
Titty fuck you.
With their impaler.
Yeah, I don't think vampires are real. And I don't think fucking vampires are scary either.
Scary kids, scary
Vampires
kids.
are some of the least fucking. I'd be more afraid of Loch Ness than I am fucking vampires.
Yeah, that's true. All you have to do is just wait until the sun to come out.
Just throw some garlic
Yeah.
at them. They hate that shit.
Yeah, dude.
True.
Get in the bath.
Just get Ronnie James Dio, some holy water.
That's why there's no vampires in Italy.
That's why there's no vampires in Italy.
And
Okay,
doing the
what
handshake.
the fuck? This isn't at all what I'm thinking. So up next is zombies. We're gonna skip that because it's not a fucking mythological creature. That's fiction. There we go. That's more like it.
Which everybody actually
There were some bath salt
believes are
zombies.
real.
Yeah, but they're not real. Nobody actually thinks
No.
there's fucking zombies out there.
No, it's not a bath salt
Yeah.
zombie. It's just somebody high off of something they shouldn't have ingested.
Yeah, like the
He ate a
Jersey
homeless
Devil.
man's face.
There's
Number
voodoo.
8.
Yeah. What if you
fucking-
thought it was a hamburger?
It's,
You don't know what you see when you're high, dude. Come on. Hallucinogen.
well,
I know what I
I'll tell
see.
you what I see when I'm high. I see the
Yeah,
Jersey
I
Devil,
see.
and that's a fucking true story. Number 8, the Jersey Devil.
I don't even know what
Good
the Jersey
segue.
Devil
The
is.
baseball team or what the fuck?
The Jersey Devil haunts New Jersey's Pine Barrens and has reportedly been around since 1735. The creature is grotesque in appearance, as you can see in the depiction, having a horse-like head with some kind of horn protrusions not shown here, and walks on its 2 hind legs, which end in cloven hooves. Some versions of the Jersey Devil myth state that the creature was born to one of Daniel Leeds' wives, who was a witch. Shortly after the beast was born, it sprouted wings, let out a loud screeching yell, and flew off into the night. The fact
So
that there
the
is
devil
no
ran
evidence.
horseback.
Oh, this is the best part. The fact that there is no evidence that any kind of creature, even remotely similar to the Jersey Devil, could ever exist, hasn't stopped people from reporting its sightings.
So,
Jersey Devil.
You sure you're not
devil
talking about
with the
Slim Sex?
horse mask.
I don't even fucking know where to begin with this one. I guess I'll start with the story. So, I was hanging out with a friend named Audrey. She came over to the house with, I think it was like her cousin or somebody. And the first thing they do, like literally fucking first thing they do is they get me high as shit. They smoke me out. And don't get me wrong, highly appreciative. But we get fucking obliterated. And like literally the next thing that happens after they get me as high as possibly can be, her cousin is like, "Oh, here you go, man." He hands me the keys to his car and he fucking walks off. Now at the time I didn't have a driver's license. We were like, I think like 15, maybe 16, maybe at tops. I didn't have a driver's license. I'm blown as shit. And so we proceeded to drive around, and we didn't really want to go far because I'm fucking baked out of my mind. So we're hanging out near Album Park. And for some reason, we're just high as shit. And Audrey was always one of my favorite people to get high with because she make me laugh like nobody else could. And for some fucking reason, she starts telling me that she could see the Jersey Devil on a swing in Album Park. And I just lost my shit. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, the Jersey Devil's in El Paso, and he's hanging out in a fucking swing in Album Park. Sure enough, fine.
Yeah, it only does this 3 times.
So, there you go, Jersey Devil. Once again, I think
It's the first time I ever heard of that.
you've never heard of the Jersey Devil?
Nah.
You were friends
I
with
guess.
You were friends with it.
I guess
Is that you? Or
this could just become introducing you guys to fucking mythological creatures. What do you guys think? You guys heard the story? I mean, obviously it's fucking fake, but what do you guys think? Scary? Not scary?
No, stupid.
I don't do. All I think is like it's a devil in a horse mask, and all I can just imagine him coming up to me. Like no, that's
He
not
got
scary. It's
lost
stupid.
on the way to Georgia.
Yeah, dude, he has a fiddle contest.
Made a pit stop at Jersey before he went to Georgia.
I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck they're talking
exactly.
yeah.
Devil went down to
Devil
Georgia.
went down to Georgia.
I think you ever referencing the stupid ass song.
You can't announce
What
what
is
your
this?
feels.
What is happening?
It makes me so angry.
Everything just devolved into like grunts and noises.
I don't know. Slim was all like, I don't know what you do. He like slowed down. I was like, alright. Like he's losing charge to his batteries.
Probably. You gotta plug him in.
If you say so.
Oh shit! Look, he's fully charged now.
Oh, dude, Rich charges his battery.
He's trying to divert attention that he is a Jersey Devil.
No,
He got salty because you're talking about his friend.
Gotcha.
That's why he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, hiding his wings.
It's one of his
before
friends
storm.
from like high school.
What the hell is this? A slim fucking show or what? God damn it.
To be fair, I'm
Fucking
laughing at
Shaq
I'm
on.
laughing at Bull. He got so salty. I'm laughing at two things. I'm laughing at A, the fucking myth that I just found, and B, the shit that's happening in my ears. This next one's a fucking banger though. I love this.
It's a banger. Shit, it's fucking
Yeah,
top song.
so up next is the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Right? Is that a guy dressed as Nightcrawler in Fresno?
I've never heard of this one.
The Fresno Nightcrawler is a cryptid that has made 2 appearances so far, one in Fresno, California, and the other in Yosemite National Park. In both sightings, it's only seen in video footage. However, a man in Poland has claimed to have seen the creature. It is also said to resemble the Carmel area creature. The Fresno
creature.
The Fresno
Come
Nightcrawler
again?
is it stands over 7 feet tall. It's a slender gray creature.
Slender.
And
Oh
the-
shit, the Slenderman.
It is
Let him
thin.
finish.
It is thin, armless, pale, white humanoid creature. The best way I could describe it is it looks like fucking parachute pants.
Parachute pants, MC Hammer pants.
Yeah, it looks like fucking MC Hammer pants. Just a pair of MC Hammer pants walking around. The fucking Fresno Nightcrawler, dude. Love
Looking
it.
him up.
Love it. Oh, what do you guys think? You guys like the Fresno Nightcrawler?
Love it.
I'm watching a video right now.
Oh, you're checking out the Fresno Nightcrawler?
Yeah. Oh my god, it is a pair of pants.
Right? It's just a fucking pair of pants.
Pantalones, dude.
It is
Can't get rid of
literally
the
the
pantalones.
it is literally the fucking pantalones. I love
No
it so
feet.
much.
Okay.
What the heck? I'm looking at these images. Like
Hold
people
on.
describe
Hold
it.
on. No, I have to.
Watch
Pantalones.
the video. You
Pantalones.
have to watch the video.
Fresno.
It's fucking
The
fantastic.
video is fucking hilarious, dude.
The video is the best part. It's a fucking walking parachute pants. Oh, that's funny. I like that
That's
a
so
lot.
fucked up, man.
I like that one a lot. I just love the fucking name, dude. The Fresno Nightcrawler. It's a fucking pair of pants.
That's fucked up.
You can't beat the pantalones.
You can't. You can't. You guys ready for the next one?
No, that one's scary. I would like to see a pair of
Alright.
pants too soon.
Dude, it is just pants.
Oh, wait, you guys don't like the Fresno Nightcrawler?
I do.
I don't know
It'd
how
be
I
the
feel about
funniest
pants
one so
chasing
far.
after me.
Did you say it's the creepiest one so far?
Funniest one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is definitely the funniest one.
Have you seen the artwork on it?
No. Is there good artwork?
It's
Yeah,
like
it
Fantastic.
works funny. It looks.
a pair of pants with 2 eyes.
Hold on. I gotta see this. Fresno Nightcrawler art. Yes. It is literally just fucking pants with eyes.
The buttons for the fucking pockets.
I like that.
Oh, that's the best one so far. I'm scared of that one. No.
I love the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Oh,
By
As a
far my
joke,
favorite.
that's hilarious.
Alright, let's see here. What the fuck is this?
Fuck.
Nightmare Creatures.
I just saw a video of him like the.
Walking pants.
It's
Here's
just
a-
a pair of
Hey.
pants.
It's
Hey,
literally
Andy,
just a
you
pair
ever
of
see
pants.
that video of what's the name of that song?
Are you changing the subject again?
He has a pair of like mechanical.
Educated.
It's a video,
He has
a
a-
music video.
A pair of mechanical
like
pants.
Pair of mechanical what?
Legs.
Legs.
Pair of mechanical legs.
I
Subjugated.
forgot the actor's musician's name. What's his name?
Bob
From
Dylan.
the 80s.
Bob
Dylan's from the 80s.
Is he?
Sure.
Nah, that's
Turn on Slim?
too.
Oh, go ahead. If I figure it out, I'll let you know. But
No,
that's what it
we're
reminds
gonna-
me of.
No, we're gonna fucking sit here and we're gonna wait until you figure it out.
You already interrupted him. Might as well.
So, up next we got the fucking Chupacabra.
Oh,
That is real.
So the Mexican vampire?
I mean, basically, it's been proven real, but it's not. It's like a rabid coyote or some shit. It's like a deformed coyote that bred with a deer or some shit. They have the video of it.
What?
Have you? Yeah, there's like a video of it. So it's like hopping around. It looks kind of like a Stingy if she was like 5 feet taller.
So a coyote mixed with the deer. So deeriote?
Yeah, peyote.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard too, Peyote.
Yeah, call us like either a coyote or wolf with mange.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I see. I see what you mean.
I don't know.
Or a weird breed of hyena.
Yeah, it's real ugly. But apparently it's real, so.
That is odd.
I'm just going through a
Is,
list here where I'm looking at fucking monsters and fucking Kappa. Fuck yeah, dude. He lives on Twitter and Twitch.
Kappa,
he's like a
Kappa.
turtle fucking
Capanoa.
creature.
Yeah,
He's like a
it's
turtle.
It's a turtle man. The Kappa, alternatively known as, I'm not gonna fucking say that, or
Water
I'm not gonna
sprite?
say that either, are legendary creatures found in Japanese folklore. In Shinto, they are considered to be one of many suijin. A hair-covered variation of
Suijin.
Kappa is also called that. Kappa are typically
it's like a
depicted
l-
as roughly humanoid in form and about the size of a child. Their scaly reptilian skin ranges in color from green to yellow or blue. Despite the reptilian features, Kappa are said to have ape-like faces and scraggly green hair.
You cannot get
Yeah,
past
they're
my
like-
kid cutting.
Yeah, kind of. That's what.
River.
What's up in sewage?
Yeah, Suijin. Yeah.
I want to see the lizard man. What the fuck is a lizard man?
Lizard man.
Oh,
That's
that's
Spider-Man.
dope! Fucking lizard man. Fuck yeah. Not gonna.
You believe in
It's
lizard
literally
people?
it's just a fucking lizard man. But the picture they have of
Yeah.
him, he's like, eh.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's fucking stupid. But yeah, there you go.
He altered his body, yeah. Wait, are you talking about the drawing or the actual guy that changed himself into a lizard?
I'm talking about Lizard Man from Soul Calibur.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
that guy's
think it's
dope.
smart-ass.
Dude. He's got a sword and shield.
The Quagga? Extinct? So you actually existed?
Quagmire
Quagga.
existed? The Quagga?
Yeah.
Quagmire. His
It
ancestors.
was a plains zebra that lived in South Africa until becoming extinct in the late 19th century. Okay. This is a fucking zebra. Thank you. Wow. I'm so impressed with your zebra.
How were those slim? How were
What?
those zebra slims?
What zebra?
Zebras.
They're
Quagga.
extinct. Can you hear it?
We're in the 19th century. Did you get to see him?
No. Too old.
Sure.
Who is too old? You are?
Saw two of them.
What the hell?
The Windigo.
The Windigo.
Oh, I heard
Windigo,
about this
also
one.
known
That-
as the Windigo. Okay, it's the fucking same thing. Also known as the Windigo, or the Windigo, or the Windigo, or the Witigo, or the Witico, or the Wandingo, is a cannibalistic spirit that
okay?
resembles a zombie. I'm just fucking reading what it's telling me. Is a cannibalistic spirit that resembles a zombie. In some forms, the Windigo is the size of a human, while in others, it can be 15 feet tall. The earliest depiction of the Windigo was that of similar appearance to a corpse, with a skeleton-like thin body with gray skin, sunken eyes, bloody lips, yellow fangs, and a long, slimy tongue. Later, myths say that the Windigo is a lipless ape with giant fangs that devours human flesh. It can turn a person
it's
into a
changed
Windigo,
form?
which is one of the worst curses to the Algonquian-speaking Native Americans of Canada. Wait, that looks like some Attack on Titan shit. Jesus Christ.
Attack on Titan.
Ever heard of the Windigo also? I didn't realize that it was just a fucking zombie, but yeah, I mean, there you go, Windigo.
I know
Isn't
the
that kind of
Wendigo
based
that
on like
fought
that? What
Wolverine.
that
The Windigo that fought over what?
Wolverine in the comics.
No, you think of
That's the only
Sabretooth.
one I know. No, there's a Wendigo. It's a white, furry, big ass creature.
Nah, you're thinking of the Yeti.
No. Anyway, I remember the guy's
Eddie
name.
Spaghetti.
It's Herbie Hancock. The video.
Herbie.
That
Hancock?
reminds me of
Berg. The buggy.
the
Volkswagen?
pant creature.
Oh, the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Yeah, you check out that video from Herbie Hancock. It's exactly the same.
Wait, so Herbie Hancock fights Wolverine?
No, you're getting mixed up.
You're thinking of Morbius.
No, that's a vampire.
Morbius.
Is he?
Wendigo is not a vampire.
No, you're thinking of Van Helsing.
I think it's talking about the character that's a member of Alpha Flight.
I believe
Oh, you're
so.
thinking of Marcus Corvan, the Alpha Male.
There's no one winning with you guys.
Alpha male. But is he the one Billy Gunn?
No, you're thinking of the Ass Man.
Okay. Ah.
Yes, I mean, I gotta tell you, all these mythical creatures I'm looking at, most of these are fucking nonsense. I think my favorite one is still the one that's so far out there would be the fucking, the Fresno Night Stalker. Or Fresno Night...
Was it
what
Jersey
is it called?
Devil?
The Fresno, what the fuck
Nightcrawler.
am I thinking of? Nightcrawler,
Nightcrawler.
there you go. That's the best one so far.
Is he?
Yeah, the rest of these kind of suck. I mean, is there any type of mythical creature like these creatures that we've talked about so far that you actually think can actually exist?
Would the Mothman be part of that?
Yeah, the Mothman. So
Fly.
you're a Mothman believer. You're all in with the Mothman.
I believe in
interested.
Ness.
Mimic.
No, you're already committed.
I'm interested.
So what you're saying is you are the Mothman?
Yeah, sure.
Man prophecies.
Does the Slender Man fit in there?
No. No. That's an
That was
urban
a fictional
legend.
character from a-
I mean, to be fair, that is
Was it
actually a
urban
creep.
legend or
It's a creepy pasta, which are modern day urban legends.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot what the real thing is. They just called it Slenderman. There was a real thing where actually kids would go missing.
Aliens.
You're thinking
I blame
of
aliens.
Mike's basement.
My crypt's basement.
Hey. They
He
find
also
the kids
calls it
afterwards.
Calcaitis.
Hey, they're free to leave whenever they want.
So that's why you named your basement Calcaitis?
Okaitis. Stupid.
Yeah.
Well, Neverland Ranch was taken.
Did you hear
Oh,
that?
true. True.
What?
Could have gone half.
Did you hear any of that?
Fuck no. But our
Okay,
fans
good.
heard it.
Oh,
All three of them.
Yeah.
Three of them.
All three of them, yeah. Not even, it's all those 3 views, those are me.
That's when I watched what was the Sea of Thieves.
Oh, well, no.
Because,
You haven't seen the podcast. Watch the podcast.
Yeah, I haven't.
Support local business.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
God
usually
damn it!
we
You're
just
part
see
of
the
these
dashboard.
podcasts. You don't see our material.
To be in his
Basically what?
in his defense, I edit them, so I don't watch them either once they're up. Once they're up, that's it. I'm done. I rely on you guys for feedback. Let me. What's the word I'm looking for? Finger you.
Resume?
No, yeah.
Finger you.
And we're back to the Stingy. We're back with whatever the fuck this is. We were talking about
forget where you
mythical
were?
creatures. Yeah. Smokable. We were talking about mythical creatures such as the Jersey Devil, or our new personal favorite, the Fresno Nightcrawler. With that said, I mean, I think don't you fucking. You're about to say something ugly. Don't even fucking do it. I think a lot of these mythical creatures are pretty. It's funny because I'm a skeptic for a lot of shit. But however, when it comes to
Debatable.
our next mythical creature, which isn't really a mythical creature, we're talking, of course, about ghosts, or as I call them, ghosts. Ghosts.
Go.
So, ghosts. What are you guys thinking
Goats?
about ghosts? No, not goats. Ghosts.
Goats. Oh no, he's
Ghosts.
Chupacabra.
Special Forces operative.
Yes. What? Nah, ghosts.
I don't know. Yeah, Special
What's your-
Forces operative.
Shut the.
You know, I've never had a fucking encounter with anything like that, but yet I do believe in them.
So you've never been fingered by ghosts?
Nope.
That
Well,
you know
Never
of.
have come courtesy.
You're in luck because it just so happens that we have a person who has been fingered by a ghost. Slim, tell us your ghost getting fingered story.
Mm,
There it is.
I
There
don't
it
think
is.
so.
Why not?
Yeah,
Tell us.
it's personal.
Tell us. Tell us.
He slipped in the back door.
Tell us.
Personal.
You touch my wee wee.
No, but in all
You put it in your
seriousness,
butt or what?
so Mike hasn't had any paranormal experiences. Lewis, have you ever had a personal experience of ghosts, the paranormal encounter?
Yes.
You want to hallucinate the rest of us on your ghostly encounter?
So it's been a couple of them. Like, so when
Did you get fingered?
we no,
Oh,
we didn't live here
All right, Andy, tell me about your ghost story.
when we were born.
Don't be
In
rude.
our old house where we used to live, there was a basement where
Uh-huh.
two of my brothers
Ooh.
were down there living,
Uh-huh.
and one night they, for whatever
Nice.
reason, there was a RC car just whirling around there, and it was my
Uh-huh.
brothers, and neither of them were awake. I could hear my other brother just yelling, like to stop playing around with them,
Mm.
and it just stopped. So the next day we investigated it. And no one was awake. No one else was like There, only my other brother was like, "Yeah, I heard it, but I just yelled. I didn't tell anybody, or I didn't get up to check or anything. I just yelled at them to stop playing with it, and it stopped." And it was like, so nobody was awake at that time down there, and the little RC car was going around.
That's a
Other
fucking
stuff
trip.
that I've been, yeah, and then other stuff that's been going around here at the house now. After my uncle passed away here, we've been having like weird little things happening, like doors randomly shutting, my mom's wind chimes randomly falling off of the little hook that she has them on, just weird noises like people running up and down the hallway downstairs. It's just
I think
been
that's always the most fucked up. That's always like the worst one, is people walking, or it sounds like somebody's there. You get up, you go check it out. There's fucking nothing. I mean, that's always that's what freaks me out, probably the most.
Oh yeah,
That and the
we
Spike Man.
yeah, and we get random like bangs every now and then too, and we go investigate like what fell, what's going on, and no, we couldn't find what made the noise.
That's fucking creepy.
So, yeah.
And you don't think that there's another explanation for it, or are you dead set you think it's something paranormal?
No, that's the thing. We literally looked to see if there was anything that fell or anything that made the noise, and nothing was out of place. Nothing has been moved. We cannot find like the origin of the actual sound. Like it usually will sound like a 2x4 falling on the second floor, and nope, there's nothing moved out of place.
That's a trip, man.
It's yeah.
That's creepy deepy. I'm glad I don't live at your house, motherfucker.
Well, you just don't do anything to piss them off, and you'll be fine.
Fuck no. I make a living off of pissing people off.
Well,
Speaking of pissing people off, up next, this Satchmo. Satchmo, you have any personal encounters with the paranormal?
It is paranormal.
Your face is paranormal.
Yes, paranormal.
All right, Satchmo, hit us with your story. Who fingered you?
Ready?
Kruger?
Freddie fingered you?
Spaghetti?
Freddie Mercury.
There you go. Freddie Mercury, dude, with his fucking enchanting voice.
I want to finger you. I want to finger you. I want to take my thumb and shove it into your boo-boo. Lord knows.
Okay.
Satchmo, I want to finger you.
When are you
Way
gonna
to butcher a damn song. Damn.
I'm letting it happen. It's catchy. It's catchy.
So
It's
what?
gonna make a debut
Another one
someday.
fucks
You
that
know?
ass. Another one fucks that ass.
So enough with the overly homoerotic tones. What actually happened?
No, I forgot.
Really?
What do you mean you fucking forgot? You
All
forgot
this
what the...
build up and nah, I forgot, bro.
All I was thinking about is Freddie Mercury singing that song while I was
Sweet
getting...
nothings to you while he's fingering
Yeah.
you? Is that what that?
That's all that's in my head right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, we went to Mexico to go visit my great grandmother before she passed away, and she had like this cabin. I always wondered why it was always closed around 8, 9 o'clock at night. Well, technically like around this time. She would have like those thick, heavy chains. She literally had it as an X cross. And I don't know if you guys remember back in like, this is when I was like 7, 8 years old, dude. They fucking had those dolls where you can flip them upside down and their eyes open and close.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. My mom had a bunch of those.
Okay, well, she would have one, and apparently it was like a family thing, so it was passed down for generations. So when she had it,
Family
I don't know the exact story behind it, but the eyes would never open. You could sit there and you could try to pry them open, whatever, and they would never open. This doll looked dirty. It looked like it's been literally through hell and back, but that's how it was. Nobody or to clean it. It just kept going down the line. Well, anyways, around this time, I guess my grandma would get bad vibes, and when you look at it, its eyes was open. The eyes were open,
That's fucking creepy.
and they were open. You try to close them or anything, they wouldn't close. So my grandma would pick up the doll, put her in the cabinet, adjust her, make it look all nice and pretty, and then she would lock it. She would actually put one of those giant master locks with those thick chains. And I want to say around midnight, 2 in the morning, you would hear something knocking.
That's fucking terrifying.
It would not. It was knocking, and then if you ignore it or acknowledge it, it would actually thump, and you can hear the chains. Like if someone was actually trying to whip the chains. Fuck no, So when she passed away, it was passed down to my aunt. And I remember this when the Xbox, or the OG Xbox came out. I remember we started playing Halo. We got hungry. We wanted to go buy a pizza, and at the corner of my eye, I didn't even realize it. My aunt had that doll in a glass case with a bunch of other porcelain dolls.
Oh no.
My initial reaction was, "Holy shit! She brought that shit here." So she had cameras, But obviously we were young kids, So when we came back, that doll was on top of the Xbox with his eyes open.
Oh.
And then
She
we
just
tried
wanted
to
to play
watch
Halo.
the camera. Yeah, that's what I thought. Still, I was like,
Just
"Oh
wanted to
hell,
play
you
Halo."
grab a controller." Anyways, we looked at the footage, and at the exact moment, around 4:30 to 5, the doll moved. Yeah, this cameras. Like if somebody threw fucking those EMP grenades or whatever.
The static.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it does. And I'm like, oh shit! So I told him, you know what? Fuck that. We're gonna dig a hole, and we threw that bitch in there, and I lit it on fire.
Okay? You could have just buried it to fucking light it on fire? You fucking
No,
animal.
I lit it on fire, and I get you not, it did a really, really ugly screech, dude. Like, when like sometimes plastics they'll whistle or whatever. No,
Yeah.
this thing, like if it was crying out for help or something, dude, I fucked that. I kept pouring gasoline and more wood in it.
Yeah.
So, that, and then another one, I used to have my grandma, which is my mom's mom. She passed away, and before she passed away, she gave me her bird, which was a cockatiel. That thing was awesome. It was better than the damn dog.
I
So,
don't believe that.
which is crazy. I have yet to see my grandma. But that bird only whistles his name when my grandma's around.
Wow.
So he would be, man. He's one of those birds that used to be in the cage. You'll open it, he'll fly to you. He'll look at you like, you gonna pet me? If you don't pet me, I'm gonna stay up in front of your face. You'll pet him. He'll get all
Yeah.
nice and give me loves. Oh, for some reason he senses when she's around. Cause he'll get up, he'll fly wherever she's at, and he'll start whistling his name. And we have like those lights, those sensor lights where you pass by and they turn on by themselves. We could be in the living room, dude. Nobody's there, and they turn on and off by themselves.
That is.
And when that happens, like I said, that bird, he'll whistle his name. And I've heard, he passed away. It's been like 6 years. It sucks. That was the greatest thing in my life till I got this other animal. But
Oh man.
I hear him sometimes at night. I hear him whistle. I was like, oh, he's around.
Yeah, and see,
But I'm not gonna open the door.
It's creepy, but at the same time, he was whistling for a loved one, and on top of that, now you hear him whistle, and it's like, oh fuck yeah, the bird's still here. He's chilling.
Yeah. He loved me.
Yeah.
I look at my door and I see the light turn on. I was like, I want to see you, but I'm sure you're not alone. I'm just gonna
that's-
enjoy you.
That fucking finger goes with him. When he comes out, you hold him down. I'm gonna finger him there.
You whistle that sweet tone. Whistle the sweet tone. That's what I've experienced so far. And the call at work, supposedly, there was they built a yard. Supposedly a little girl died out there. And people say they see a little girl in a white dress running around at night. I've yet to seen it. But apparently, there's a little girl running around out there in a white dress.
Oh no.
That's
She's here for my eyeballs.
Construction worker.
She's here for your
She's
eyeballs. She's here for your real balls, dude. Yeah, that's,
No,
that's
no.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you looking at? Get back to work. She fucking likes a cigar.
Put down her hard hat back on.
What are you pussies looking at? Get back to work.
Anyway.
I ain't paying you for nothing.
Nice. Some good. I did not know any of these stories, by the way. So this is all new to me. This is actually pretty fucking interesting. I didn't know. We talked a lot about paranormal shit, but I don't think I've ever talked paranormal with you guys in this in depth. One motherfucker that I have talked paranormal with is a wrinkleback by the name of Slim from Above, and I know a lot of his stories. Slim, would you like to hit us with some of the shit that's happened with you? That fucking ghost that likes to set up shop.
Lick
with
your
you?
rectum.
Yeah, he's like,
Hooray.
I love it
that
when you
video
don't
I
wipe
sent-
correctly.
That video I
little
sent to you,
apartment we used to live in?
Bugs Bunny, remember, Andy?
Yeah, that was fucking awful, by the way.
Elmer
Thank you
Fudge.
for
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Sweet
that.
man.
Sorry, go
pussy.
ahead. Go ahead,
God,
son.
stinks.
The old apartment we used to live in, remember?
Yeah,
Vista Apartments?
yeah.
Yeah, we used to live on the top floor. And late at night, we would hear footsteps in the ceiling. Like people were walking on top. And there was not up above us.
Yeah,
Oh.
you were at the top.
Yeah. That happened
Barbara.
a lot. And at one point, about 3 o'clock, we smelled like perfume.
Mm.
Ooh, fancy.
And I know it said that it's like a ghost when you smell that.
Yeah. I mean,
Sure you were watching Ghost Ship?
it's a ghost, so there's no explanation for it, which obviously there was none.
Then we used to have some of Irma's family over. She was
Mhm.
living with us because she was coming to school here.
Yeah.
And she would wake up and her cover was on the kitchen table.
I wait.
Yeah.
Like
And
her
she
blanket
said
cover
that-
or what kind of cover?
Yeah, her blanket. Yeah.
Oh
They'd
shit.
pull it off of her and sometime during the night. And when she would wake up, it was on top of the table. And our cabinets used to
Somebody come
Open
get
up
her.
at
She's
night.
dancing like a stripper.
That was a ugly apartment. There's a lot of bad vibes in that apartment.
It was funny because I know you guys said that. I mean, obviously I didn't live there, but I went there quite a bit, and I never experienced anything paranormal. I never saw anything paranormal. But and yeah, I remember you guys would tell me. I heard that from pretty much everybody that lived there. It was like, yeah, that's
I remember when Kevin was small and we were
Yeah.
at work. Irma
Kevin's still
called me
small.
and she told me that
Smaller.
Kevin heard someone walking in the hallway outside his door.
Mm.
And so, of course, Kevin didn't open the door. He had it locked.
Yeah.
So it was a bad apartment. I'm glad they tore it down.
They tore
the
it down.
funny thing is, they only tore that section down. Okay, the
Uh-huh.
rest of the apartments they left.
Wow. So they actually tore that shit down. I did not know.
Yeah, they tore it down. Yeah.
That. That's funny. You're like,
They
fuck
blessed
this. Yeah.
It's like I don't mind. That was pretty bad.
Yeah. That.
And of course, those things that
I
happened
mean,
to me.
I'm
when
one of
I was
those that
younger.
I believe in ghosts, but if it doesn't harm you or anything, you're fine. As long as once it starts doing harm on you, yeah, you're fucked. Start shitting
Yeah.
bricks, you know. I'll look at you and be
Yeah.
like, you could do something about pussy. If not, you're just a figment of my imagination. It slaps you or pokes your butt, yeah, you're fucked.
Well, we have a shadow living at Mom and Dad's house when we grew
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I go from room to room.
It was a.
Well, I don't know if
Remember,
I don't know if you guys have noticed when
Shadow
I'm with you guys.
people.
I hang out with you because I don't know if you guys have noticed constantly looking at the corner of my eyes or I'll turn in the middle of the conversations.
Mm.
Yep. And then
Yeah,
look
me and my
exactly where you looked. I
me
was
and
like,
my
okay.
me and my brother have always had that since we were little. We see shadows. And I kind of I understand what you how you say it. You know, you'll be there and then you'll look and it's like, oh, God, I could swear I just saw somebody standing there.
Well, the thing
You'll
about
get
it
like
though is,
that
from
weird
my
chill.
understanding, like at grandma's house, it's not like a corner of the eye thing. Like you look clear, like directly at the fucker, you could see the shadow walk into a room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go to room at night because she would leave the hall light on, and the hall light's all between the doors, so
Yeah.
you would see that. I remember once
When I was smaller too.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was my bad.
Go
Right?
ahead, go ahead,
That's
go
because we
ahead.
started talking about shadow things and it came back to my head when I was smaller. The room that I'm in now, before the second bathroom, we used to have like a closet in the middle. And that shit would open up by itself. And was, you're little and you'd sleep with the door open, you know? And yeah, sure enough, I would see somebody standing right there, clear as day, like you'd say. He was like standing like if he was like Bugs Bunny, you know? I was just waiting for him to say, hey, what's up, doc? All I would do, obviously, as a little kid, I would just put the fucking blanket over my head and just wish for the best.
The shadow of a bunny?
I'd stand like Bugs Bunny.
He's Donnie Darko.
Stand like Bugs Bunny.
Damn.
You know how Bugs Bunny leans on the walls and eats a carrot? That's how he was. That's how I would see the figure.
Okay.
Leaning on a wall, eating a
But
carrot.
he wasn't eating a carrot, though, right?
No, he
I
was
don't
eating
know.
a carrot. That's the scary part. You wake up after like in the morning, and you fucking go to where he was standing, and there's pieces of fucking carrot there, like the butt of the carrot.
That's trippy.
It's like, you motherfucker, he was here, and that's why fucking. So what would happen is Satchmo would wait until night, and then when he would come out, he'd be standing there with the shotgun, and that's where the guy who made Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd got the idea. Sorry. No, that's fucking trippy though. I've seen shadow people before, but I've never seen something like that where I've seen like a shadow, like a sentient shadow. Usually, most of the stuff that I've seen, it seems like it's residual hauntings, like stuff that just kind of replays
Residual
over
fump.
and over. Yeah, exactly, residual fump. But Slim, okay, anyway, Slim, what were you saying? So let's get back to your story real quick. So what were you saying?
My
before?
dad- My dad told us a story, like when he was taking classes at home for electrician.
Yeah.
Because those home classes, right? And my mom took us to our aunt's house so we could leave him alone so he could study.
Yeah.
And my dad said that at that point he was studying.
Mm-hmm.
Then he saw something cross the hallway,
Uh-huh.
and he thought it was us. He thought one of the kids had stood by,
Yeah.
and he went and go check it out. And he says that his hair stood up, and he just left the house. He ended up at my aunt's house.
Yeah.
He didn't even do no studying.
So what did he see? Did he just see nothing, or?
He saw a shadow go by it, like he
Yeah.
saw like someone cross the hallway from room to room.
Yeah. And so
And
when
he
he went to
thought-
check it out, there was nobody there.
There's nobody there. Yeah.
Holy shit! And the thing that you guys don't know about our grandfathers, or Slim's dad, he doesn't scare easy. He's a very
No.
rational, very old school man.
Oh yeah.
So
there you go. So,
you're not gonna scare him, and for him to be like, you know what, fuck this, some shook him.
yeah, and the funny thing is, my mom said, "Oh, you saw the shadow, huh?" It's like, oh, a lot of shit happened over there, man. When I was still living in my room,
Yeah.
that one night that I used to have my masks on top of the shelves, and
Yeah,
one
I
night I
remember.
was going to sleep, and something on the right side of my ear just went, shh. Of course, I didn't open my eyes because I didn't want to open my eyes and see all my mask looking at me or anything, or what else, or whatever it was. I just went to sleep.
that mystifies me. How the fuck do you go to sleep after that?
Well, I mean, you don't want to open your eyes and see what it is, you know? I mean, when something happens like that, it's like, okay, there's something here, but I don't think I want to know what it is. 'Cause it's pretty close to me. It's like, no, thank you.
That's fucking creepy. Yeah, I mean, how I probably wouldn't. I would have to look because that's just me. I wouldn't. There's no fucking way I would be able to fall asleep. However, I see the point you're making. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like somebody had their mouth next to your ear.
Yeah.
And went,
Room 1408.
it's like, oof, no. I don't want to see it. No, that's a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, because I know, wasn't there like a whole thing with the mirror in the hallway too? There was that fucking mirror in the hallway. I remember as a kid I used to fucking hate that mirror. Don't you fucking ignore me. What's the over-under that he forgot to move his controller and his controller's off and he's talking to nothing right now?
I'm gonna say 75-25.
Again. And they my mom and her brother and her sister used to sleep
All
on the
right,
same
hold on,
bed
hold
on
on,
the second ward.
Hold on, time out. We missed a good portion of that story because you cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my mom told us a story that when they were growing up, they used to live in the second ward.
What
With
the
the
hell's that?
Tall man.
With the mom. Second ward
What
is
is
downtown.
Segundo barrio.
Segundo barrio.
I don't know what that is. What is that? In English, please.
That's a poor people's place.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Downtown.
Yeah. And they used to sleep on the same bed. And at night,
Okay.
that bed would start shaking and moving around the room
Hmm.
that they were sleeping on. And only my mom and her sister would get up. And my uncle was kind of slow.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't get up. He'd just keep on sleeping. He wouldn't care. And that's one of the stories my mom told me about living in the
Damn.
second ward.
Yeah.
So it seems like it followed her to our house, and
Hmm.
and here I'm looking for stuff and I can't find it, and I look back and it's right next to me. So I mean, there's stuff that still happens here.
Yeah. But nothing as major as what happened previously.
No, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me personally. That was like don't open your eye kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Because then the finger ghost will finger you. I know.
No, that wouldn't be the worst thing actually.
What would be the worst
Just
thing?
take
What's worse than getting fingered by a ghost?
They take your soul.
Okay,
Got
calm
hit
down.
by a
All right,
ghost.
fucking relax, all right?
Well, I mean,
but,
my mom had the same. That same, you know how we're joking about the fingering and all that kind of crap, right? My mom, she would take a shower. She took a shower once, and she felt someone pinch her breast. There was no one there in the shower. It seems that this family
Yeah,
has.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and just let that one go. No jokes. I'm just gonna go and let that one go by. You're free.
Yeah.
There's your free pass.
It's just
Oh,
like
fuck, no, you finished that now.
this whole family is like that. I mean, even my fucking aunt's house was fucking haunted, man.
Mhm.
The toilet bowl used to flush by itself, and
That's just good plumbing.
yeah, by itself. No one in there.
An auto
Just flush.
flusher.
Yeah.
Shit,
Auto
man.
flusher 3000.
No, this family has that. Something happened to him always. It's a trip.
Whatever it was, I remember there was the running theory that it took to you, that it followed you, because I know that from what I've
I remember
heard,
something
everything.
used to bitch about it.
Oh, really?
My ex, yeah. She said I took it to her apartment, and that she would have dreams about ghosts and shit, and
All right.
But
Dreams,
dream,
yeah,
things happen are different things. man.
dreams don't mean
yeah, I mean,
jack
you know,
shit.
but she was like a religious kind of person. She'd have those like evil feelings when I was there. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I left something there. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I didn't bring nothing with me, but maybe I did. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, because I know the
Just
theory
your
going
conscience.
on was everything at our grandparents' house. I remember they were saying that it kind of calmed down. Nothing really happens anymore. And I remember hearing that, and then you going, "Oh well, the apartment's fucked."
Yeah.
I remember that and going, "Oh, okay, so it's Slim. Whatever it is, it's just like Slim."
Just loves him so much.
Yeah, because they haven't talked about the shadow in quite some time.
Yeah,
Shadow Man?
yeah.
It's a trip.
That guy from the Cops?
Yes.
Cups.
Yeah, Cuphead.
Isn't that a song?
Yeah. It goes, for whom the cup. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Holes.
For whom the cup. Yeah, so, I mean, I've never really had anything paranormal happen to me at the house, per se. We've had some weird moments, but stuff that can be explained.
How about that thing about your mom's leg?
That one was pretty weird. That one was pretty fucking weird. That was one of the
Yeah.
ones that left me scratching my head.
Tell us the story.
It was around Halloween time. I remember because me and my mother were sitting in the living room. We were watching Children of the Corn. And it wasn't a good Children of the Corn either. It was like part 4, or the children get fingered or something. Fucking terrible. Horrible movie.
None of them
And
were
we were
good.
just, yeah, I mean, none of them were good. But this is like, I mean, you know, usually sequels and they get worse as they go along.
Yeah.
And so we were just making fun of it, basically. My mom goes, Andy. And so I look at her like, what? And she shows me on her leg there is a perfect outline of a hand on the like her inner thigh. And so my immediate thought was, okay, usually when you sometimes you'll put your hand on your thigh and you'll kind of close your legs and it leaves like an impression of the hand.
Yeah.
However, the hand was, you could actually see first of all, it looked like it was branded on. It looked like somebody had took a branding iron and actually branded her, like the skin was actually puffed up. And
Oh wow.
you could actually see such detail that you could actually see fingernails. You could see the fingernail where, like, the fingernail starts, where the fingernail ends. You could see a perfect outline of a hand, fingernails and all. And I remember thinking, like,
Jeez.
holy shit, you would have to really put a fuckload of force. And then to have your thumb, your index finger, your ring finger, your middle finger, your pinky, all of them, you'd have to have your hand put so perfectly. It's a very uncomfortable position to be sitting in.
Yeah.
And the more time that passed, the more it actually like popped out. And I remember looking at it, my mom looking at it, and we were like, what the fuck? And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to bed. And so she turned off the TV, and it was like, okay, all right. She just went to bed, and that was it. It was just so fucking weird. It didn't logistically. I'm definitely a skeptic. I'm one of those people who, if there's an explanation, I try to find it. And don't get me wrong, there could absolutely be an explanation. Maybe she did have her hand in this awkward position, just didn't realize it. However, it looked so fucking. It was so perfect. You could see such detail in the hand that it was just fucking weird. Ghost, I don't know. Paranormal, definitely. It was definitely fucking weird. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I remember your mom telling me that story. She was freaked out.
Yeah.
Dude, anybody would. Having a handprint that you don't know where it came from on your body. And with such
Fucking A,
detail?
man, shit.
Yeah.
That
That was
is
weird.
very, very distressing.
So you do have something going on in your house, huh?
I mean, if it is, it
There's
doesn't
something, yeah.
it doesn't do a lot, and if it does, maybe at this point we're just used to it because I don't get any type of weird feelings. I don't see stuff. I don't hear stuff, and you're talking to somebody who's up 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and
2, 5. Yeah.
yeah, and I can go into the garage at any time. There's never a moment where I feel like I have to run and hit a light because it feels weird. The only thing that I worry
So
about
at
is the
3
Spike
o'clock
Man.
you don't feel anything?
Nah, all I worry about is the Spike Man.
Spike Man.
Spike Man.
Yeah, but he's different. He has nothing to do with ghosts. That's just he's his own entity, you know.
The bye-bye man.
Spike Man. Like that story you told us about on the light.
I'm sorry, I missed that. I had to plug in my controller. Come again?
The story you told us about you turning on the light one time when you went to go smoke. Your
Oh
mom's there.
yeah. So before I tell that, let me fucking explain Spike Man. So maybe this will take us into our next subject. Would be irrational fears, and one of my irrational fears, for some fucking reason, I don't know why. I remember reading a book, and in the book, a young woman or young lady goes into her living room. She flips on a light switch, and as soon as she hits a light switch, there's a person standing there, and they impale her on basically a fucking spear, and they kill her. And for some reason in my brain, whenever I flip that light on, I'm always waiting for the fucking Spike Man to appear and do that to me.
Oh, okay.
So there's my irrational fear for you. I don't know why, the fucking Spike Man.
Gotcha.
However, what Slim's talking about is there was a time where I walked into the living room and it was dark, so I didn't see anything. So I walk in, I walk over to the light, I go to hit the light switch, and I feel a fucking hand. And there's just a hand on the light switch, and so the hand flips the light switch on. I look, and it's my fucking mom standing there, and I'm like, "Oh my lord, you scared the shit out of me!" It scared the fuck out of me, dude. Because she didn't say anything. She intentionally was trying to scare me. So I go to hit the switch and her hand's there. And it's all I feel is this fucking cold, bony hand. It's like a fucking Komodo dragon is trying to turn on the light.
Wait, did Mike get kicked out of the party?
God, I hope so. But yeah, I guess the most the thing
Yeah,
that's
he
happened
did.
to
He's
me.
not in the party.
Oh yeah, there you go. Bye, Mike.
Huh?
Howard.
He got scared.
All this ghost stories scared him away, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's afraid of the
Holy
Spike Man.
water all over him.
He's got to hide from the Spike Man. If he's not in the party, the Spike Man can't get him.
True.
Like man got me.
Fucking Spike Man got me.
No, man. I was inactive for so long. My Xbox was like, "Hey, you're not doing nothing. All right."
Just shut off.
Spike man.
Yeah, I
What's
have it
going
under
on,
like a if it's inactive for like an hour, it shuts itself off. Power conservation.
Then I had to change controllers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the most paranormal thing that happened to me, and thankfully I have fucking witnesses there. Unfortunately, I'm not fucking friends with most of the people who witnessed it with me.
Oh, I think I know what story again.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a house on Rose Lane, the house on Rose Lane Circle. We
Oh,
bought-
you told me about this one.
Yeah. So this was back when me and Redacted's girlfriend and Frank used to go ghost hunting. And so
Oh, he's redacted, all right.
no, I got no problem with Gons. I harbor no ill will towards him. I hope he's doing good. No, me and Gons and his ex-girlfriend at the time, we went ghost hunting. We were just looking around we used to just go to different places, and we were ghost hunting. It was not ghost hunting. We were literally just driving around, talking shit, laughing, and just visiting locations that were supposedly haunted. We had gone to a lot of different places, and we had seen jack shit. We ended up going to this place. My dad actually suggested it. He said, hey, why don't you go here? And we were like, oh, okay. Yeah, fuck yeah. And so we went, and immediately, the fucking... This is one of those only times where I could honestly say that the fucking tone was just terrible. Everybody got quiet. Everybody was fucking nervous. Everybody was on edge. And thinking back, I don't know why. We had done this a million times, and yet for some reason, going here, we just... Everybody was like... Their senses were on fucking high alert. So we pull up to this house, and we hadn't even gotten off the fucking car yet. We literally pull up to the house and we park, and we look at the house, and we're just kind of looking around, looking in, and Gonz's ex-girlfriend's like, what the hell is that? And so I'm like, what is she talking about? I look up, and I look into, there's 2 stories. There's a window on the top story of the house. I look up, and there is an apparition standing there. I can't give you any detail because we were so far I couldn't see detail. All I can tell you is it looked like a white apparition, a white outline of somebody standing there looking at us. And so I'm looking at it like, huh, that shouldn't be there. So we're looking at it, and I'm like, I like literally we all start to freak out. Me and Gonzo's girlfriend start to freak out. But Gonzo is driving. He doesn't want to pull away. He's going, what are you guys looking at? What are you talking about? And so finally, I kind of lean to the front, and I point out the window, and I point to the window, the top, and I say, look where I'm pointing. Look. Do you see that? And he's like, oh shit, dude, what the fuck is that? You see that? Yeah, what is that? You see it? Yeah. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. And we took off. And as we're driving away, the apparition kind of followed. So it kind of looked like it turned and it watched as we drove away. It was a trip. And Frank refused to fucking look at it. And he was the smartest one of the night, definitely, because that fucked me up pretty hard for the rest of that night.
Oh, man.
And so, you know, that happens and whatever. So that was the end of our ghost hunting careers. that was it for us. Which, to be fair, I would love to start ghost hunting again. The reason is this kind of, you know, stuff happens. But I would love to start ghost hunting again. But that definitely freaked us out. So then later on, we come home and we're all fucking freaking out. So I tell my dad, I tell my mom, and they're like, okay. So the next day, they go during the day and they go look at the house. They come back and my dad walks up and he's like, oh yeah, you guys definitely saw some shit yesterday. And I was like, well, what makes you see that? He's like, oh, because you could see into the house? I was like, yeah, we could see into the house. You could see the lights actually through the windows. There's a church behind the house, and you can actually see the lights of the church through the house. And he goes, oh, okay, so you can see that. And I was like, yeah. You can see the writing on the walls. Somebody wrote Hell Satin. They spelled fucking Satan wrong because they're retarded. You can actually see into the fucking house. Yeah, they're redacted. That's true. We can't say that anymore. That's their word. So, yeah, so, you know, we look into the house. My dad's like, yeah, no, you guys definitely saw some shit. And I was like, well, why do you say that? And he's like, oh, because the fucking windows are boarded up. The windows have been boarded up since I used to live there. I was like,
oh.
Huh. So of course we love to tempt fate. So eventually we go back a second time, and the second time we go again, and atmosphere is completely different than the first time. We're laughing, we're looking at the house, and don't get me wrong, we're nervous because, you know, we want to see it again because we're stupid, but nobody really wants to see it again because it freaked us out. But we're there again because we're fucking stupid and we're curious. And this time we go, and it's very clear windows are boarded up. It's very clear that you can't see into the house. You can't see diddly dick. It feels and looks a lot different than the first time we went. And also, I think part of the reason that made it really funny is that we pulled up, and there was another car kind of off to the side that we interrupted, and I'm pretty sure it was a young couple fucking. Because we pulled up behind them, and they immediately turned their car and took off. Like, oh shit, cops! We weren't the cops, but it was completely different. And that's pretty much the most paranormal thing that's ever happened to me was seeing something. I don't know what the fuck it was. I call it a full body apparition just because I don't know what else to fucking call it, but
Yeah.
it was a trip.
They
It was-
demolished the house, didn't they?
They did, yeah. So we went
Yeah.
back a third time, and the third time we went, they had actually demolished the house. It's simply because
Was there
the
any
owner. Yeah, so the owner had actually that house has been abandoned for a long time. Nobody wanted to live there. Everybody who did live there, it's one of those classic things where it's so haunted, nobody wants to live there. But literally, that's what it was. Nobody wanted to live there because of the stories and shit that surrounded the house. So the person that actually owned it finally said, "You know what? Fuck it, demolish it." There were a lot of stories as to what happened. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it was a nun and she hung herself in the house," or "Oh, it was a priest and he went crazy and he killed everybody." There were supposedly a lot of demonic sacrifices and stuff. A lot of Satanists used it for their Satanist shit, which, you know, these are like idiots. Real Satanists don't really do that kind of dumb shit. But so anyway, they used it a lot for like these rituals and stuff. And so finally, what happened was after it being abandoned, the reason they boarded it up and did all that is a lot of people would go in there and they would start fires and they wouldn't put them out, and so the house almost burned down a few times. And finally, the guy was like, "You know what? Fuck it, just demolish it." However, my dad actually did talk to the owner or somebody in conjunction with the owner, and we found out what actually happened in the house. What happened was a couple left, and they I guess, I don't know, they went out for something, and they left their young child and a babysitter there. The babysitter had put the child into the bath. I guess a phone rang or something. She got distracted. She went down to go check on it. When she came back up, the child had drowned.
Oh man.
And so she hung herself.
So instead of facing the whole thing, she's just like, oh, it's gonna end it here then.
Yeah, she killed herself. So when they went, they found
Dang.
apparently they found her dead and the child. So that's what happened there.
Tragic.
Man.
The Amityville Horror was born.
Yeah, basically, it was born and then quickly demolished. Yeah, it sucked that we found. I mean, that house has been around for a long time, and then we finally found it. We're like, oh shit, dude, we found the jackpot of paranormal activity, and it's gone.
And
Yeah,
Say,
so,
Mr. Beefy.
Mr. Beefy, and I love you.
Mr. Beefy, huh?
keep watching those
You
ghost
remember that
stories,
movie?
you're gonna have a bad time.
Ricky.
Huh?
Hmm.
Okay. Oh my lord.
So, any of you guys ever put salt on a woman's vagina when you're eating pussy?
Say again?
Yeah. Supposed to get a little bit of lime if you want nice, get a little citrusy taste.
I put citrus.
Don't do that. Don't ever do
Put
that.
a splash of citrus. You gotta push it into the hole though, make sure it saturates.
That's the best way to do it.
Don't.
You're living if you're not doing it right.
fucking Ron White.
Magnifique.
Yeah, so I don't know. Anybody else have anything to add?
No, that's a good story right there.
The only other thing that I can remember
There used to be
is-
an abandoned house over here by where I live, like in the desert. Because they built a
was
new
it
water
haunted?
tower back here. I don't know if it was haunted. I want to say yes and probably no. Because I remember
I want to
we
say
stumbled
yes,
What?
but no. I get what he's saying. I want to say
yeah.
yes, but it's not.
Because I remember we went. This is when I used to do off-roading a lot.
Hardcore.
Remember me and a couple of my other boys. We
Board?
got on the quads.
Uh,
We just took off. We're like, fuck it, dude. Let's go check out the new water tower.
mhm.
And then we took a left. We kept going, and we literally came across this. Is a nice house, a brick house, a giant garage, and a giant jacuzzi outside. I was like, okay, that's fucking random weird. A house in the middle of the fucking desert. Had a beautiful gated fence and everything, but as soon as you go in, the place is trashed. There's fucking mattresses, there's needles, there's a bunch of tagging, everything, right?
Mhm.
And then when we walked in, immediately, I kid you not, the house is cold. And this is in the summer, dude. Walk in,
Yeah.
the house is cold. What the fuck? Windows
Which
are
is
broken.
odd.
Like, why
If
is
you
it
know
cold?
where we live, you know
Huh?
that in summer it's fucking hot.
Yeah, so it was
Blazing
cold,
hot.
but we didn't care, you know. We kept going, exploring. We were opening doors, seeing what the fuck was in them. It's just a mess, dude. So we came across this one door, and it was locked. And I don't know how
Yeah.
the fuck one of these guys managed to find keys. So we started fucking with the keys, and we couldn't open that door. So, you know, I said, fuck it. I watched enough movies in my lifetime, so I kicked the door open.
Mm.
And I think that was the mistake. Because we kicked it open, I kid you not, rotten smell came out of that room. And one of these guys turned on their cell phone light. There was a pentagram in there with candles and 4 decapitated cats and skinned.
Yeah, that's what they like to do. They like to kill young animals or little animals. And that's what they use
And
for
we
sacrifices.
We saw that shit and we gunned the fuck out of there, dude. And then as soon as we were leaving, there was 3 guys outside with quads, all dressed in camos.
Yeah,
Like
probably-
camels with humps?
they were in camo. They were dressed as camels. You
One of them
probably
had a
just
double
stumbled.
hump.
Humps and all.
You probably stumbled across like a satanic cult or something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's why I said I want to say yes, but then no. But then
So-
after all the years, you know, I ventured over there again. That house is gone. It's been demolished.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Satanic
usually what they do.
camels.
Satanic camels.
So I was
yeah,
like,
they come in.
"Oh,
They come
alright."
in and they have fucking those Germany helmets with the spikes on them on their humps. And Lewis, what were you saying? You were like, I remember a time when I was fingered by a ghost. Go ahead and tell that story.
So back in high school, on Halloween, we
Your
were all like,
fingered? Oh,
yeah, sure, why
Right.
not?
In high school,
Oh.
in the locker room, after your shower session.
Yes.
Prom all over again.
Fucking, you fucking,
fucking animals.
you fucking animals.
I don't want to tell my story. Fuck you guys.
Fucking animals, dude. Everybody fucking took a turn, you fucking animals.
Hey, you started it, right? You set the tone.
He didn't say anything. Fucking old man was the one who was like, oh, the camel humps.
Yeah, and then you're like, what were we gonna say, Lewis? What about you got fingered by a ghost? Tell me that story.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, because everybody fucking piled. That's what I'm saying. Everybody fucking dogpiled on him. I was including myself. No,
Go
but
for it,
seriously,
go for it, Lewis.
Lewis, go ahead. Nobody's gonna
So-
interrupt you. Go ahead.
In high school, it was like a Halloween evening when we were like, let's go to a haunted house to like experience them, because you know how KDQ used to have their own like haunted house every year,
Yeah.
but it was like stupid packed and we couldn't get in, so we're all like, fuck it, let's just go ghost hunting. Let's figure
Yeah.
out, let's see if we can find something. So we came like to the far east of the city. And we found an abandoned church next to an abandoned cemetery. So we were checking both of them out, and man, as soon as you got out of the car, you immediately felt the temperature drop, and it was just like a very sad, depressing atmosphere around both the cemetery and the actual church. In the church, I mean, like in the cemetery itself, there was like a lot of I don't know, it felt weird. There was like shadow movements and everything in there. One of the friends that we were with was either really paranoid or really got like possessed by something, but because his costume had a pentagram pendant that he was clutching on the whole time until we made him let go, he like snapped out of it. But this was like before we even left after we left the area where we had to like snap him out of it. We went there was all that shadow movement, but the real strange part is whenever we got to the church, it started getting colder as we got closer to it. The windows were not boarded up, but it was so dark in there you could not see light at all. Like we even had like a little group go to the one side and our group went to the other side, and we shoot a laser between the two windows, and you could not see the laser at all inside of the room anywhere or even through the other window. So it was just like a sad, cold place. And now we try to find the church again and it's gone, but it was just very like creepy around that area.
Yeah, and usually with paranormal shit, I mean, I'm basing this on fucking pure speculation, but I find like a lot of times when you have churches involved or places that are holy, shit gets fucking a lot. It gets escalated like tenfold, I think, personally.
Holy time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and especially
Because
when the church is next to a cemetery.
Yeah.
Holy diver?
Because then you got corpses and you got ghosts. That's double fingers.
Yeah.
Ghost burgers.
Yeah.
Ghost burgers. But yeah, that's like out of all of the stuff, that was the most
Just
paranormal-ish stuff that's ever happened to me and my brothers. Well, that I can remember at this time.
Yeah. Well,
Jeez.
this has been a fantastic episode of the Stingy Studios Paranormal Cast. I put one of those warheads in my mouth, you know, those candies that are like real sour. Immediately regretting the decision.
okay. Your mouth clenched
For
up like a
those
butthole.
candy, I don't know.
He's like, no. Did your mouth pucker up like
So, we all had a chance to tell our stories, and I think to take us out, since Mike doesn't have any paranormal stories, I'm going to go ahead and let Mike tell us a story to take us out of Stingy Studios Podcast 3. Mike, have you ever been fingered?
Picture it.
This is true.
America's High School, 1983.